Yo, 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 what's up? It is Thursday morning and it is episode number lucky 13.
Yeah, of the Smacktalking Amigos with me, Kean Davidson, and
Me, James Bernard, and it's been another really, really good week in wrestling. But before we begin, we need to say, please follow us at Smacktalking Amigos.
on Twitter, at Smacktalking, no, on my personal Instagram. I post up links to it, and on YouTube, of course, and on Facebook.
And if you want to hashtag Smacktalking Amigos, we'll be most happy about that. So absolutely, it's been an amazing week again this week in wrestling.
Yes, it has. It started on Monday with the highlight reel. Kevin told Chris Jericho to shut up as he was putting Roman Reigns on the list.
I think Reigns should have gone on the list. I think he needed to go on the list for a while, as we said.
He might already be on the list. You know, Seth Rollins is on there twice already.
I think he's probably on. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Jericho's already put Kevin Owens on the list several times, to be honest with you. It's the first time that we've seen a little bit more disagreement between the both of them.
Yeah, and Chris Jericho just walking out on Kevin Owens saying, "You don't need me. Fine, I'm gone. I'm done with this relationship. I'm done with this friendship."
Now, did you think when that happened, did you think we were going to see a little bit of the back of Chris Jericho for a while? Would he go off for a bit? But then we obviously saw him get attacked in the parking lot.
By Seth Rollins, the man.
Now, Seth, for me, has been a bit lost the past few weeks.
Yeah.
He's not really been up to himself.
I think he's been lost since the feud with The Shield at Battlegrounds, when it was the triple threat match. I think he's been lost since then. Since he hasn't had Dean Ambrose to feud with.
Well, and since he hasn't had his title, I think
Seth Rollins is one of these people that needs a title at the moment.
I agree. Even the US title, that I must say, as much as Reigns is growing on me, the fact that he holds his US title over his shoulder, like, it doesn't mean anything.
It's just disrespect.
It's just disrespect. Just disrespect for me. But it's good to see, though. I mean, we would like to see Rollins and Jericho. Yes, we've seen them fight before. We'd like to see them in a feud. It'll be an interesting feud to see, I think.
Yeah, that is possibly one outcome I could see for the Royal Rumble. Jericho, Owens and Reigns, possibly. And maybe Rollins.
A four-way.
Yeah, four-way.
Well, it takes the four of them out of the Royal Rumble match as well. If we go on to the Royal Rumble match.
And if you look at the Royal Rumble match, the match is designed to give less talent more opportunity, but with a brand split now, you can throw all the big guys into the main event picture.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, we say less talent, more opportunity, but if you think about it, this year we do have a bit of a problem, which is we have two wrestlers that are going into the Royal Rumble with the absolute determination to win the Royal Rumble, and that's Goldberg. And of course, we found out this week
Brock Lesnar,
the Beast, is going into the Royal Rumble. And actually, it was the first time I've seen in a while
Paul Heyman cry.
Paul Heyman cried for a start, but you know what? He turned around in the interview with Michael Cole and he said, "We underestimated him," and they did.
Yeah, I think they underestimated Goldberg. I think they didn't estimate the fact that Brock Lesnar would just get shoved out of the corner like that. I think that was a precipice. He
took a small spear before he took his big spear, and I think that sort of shocked Brock.
And we know from Brock, he's a big guy. Go back to WrestleMania 31, I think it was. Roman hit him with 3 spears, I think it was, before Rollins came out.
Absolutely. We will never see that Brock get defeated like that again.
No, we won't. It's only once in a lifetime. But I think it needed to happen. I think we needed to know that Brock was not undefeatable.
And he could be beaten. And you know what the nice thing about it was? It gives a bit more. It gives us a bit more, like, an invigoration for the Brock Lesnar character a little bit, because I think he's been so destructive for so long that I was getting a little bit bored of it.
Yeah, him coming in, him just doing his thing, winning a match. Like I said, him and Dean could have had a fantastic match at Mania 32, but he just came in, he did his thing, end on, he won.
And that was it.
But the fact that Goldberg defeated him in 1 minute 18 seconds means that he has to go away and he has to rethink his character now. What I think is the best thing that he could have done.
I want to talk about some of the matches this week. I mean, we do have the Women's Championship match, so we have to talk about, and the result
one,
of
the
that.
first one or second one?
The championship match?
Yeah, first women's championship match or second one?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
When they first got counted out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was it sort of became a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that, but before I do, I want to talk about the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yes.
Because this week we saw Cruiserweights fight again.
Yep.
In high-flying matches
Yeah.
that are forgettable.
Yes. Will it work with them having their own show? I don't know.
Well, we saw Rick Swann defeated Brian Kendrick on Tuesday night in an amazing
Brian Kendrick
in an amazing match to win the Cruiserweight Championship. Something I was disappointed with because I think if there is one character with more personality in that division, it is Brian Kendrick. However, Rick Swann does have a moveset which I think is more impressive than TJ Perkins.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like the TJ Perkins character. He lived on the streets, lived in his car, and he came up to. The fact is that this was a competition and they're taking it to a whole new level by making it its own show. If you're going to do that, you recruit more cruiserweights. You don't stay with the same cruiserweights.
Well, the same. I mean, there's 6 to 8 cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Even if you put Sami Zayn down there.
And we all know that you cannot run a show of 8 superstars. Recruit more cruiserweights and build it up.
Put up his own brand. I mean, like NXT has. I wouldn't even mind to see the cruiserweights have their own show. And we saw their first show, which
205 Live.
Which was very good.
Yeah, it was. It was good, but they just need more talent down there.
More talent. I mean, there's so much talent out there. I think someone like Tony Ness could be getting a lot more sort of exposure with the cruiserweights. Going on for the cruiserweights, the tag team division.
Yeah. The New Day.
Won again.
Yeah. And they are
almost there.
Almost there, yeah.
Almost there.
It's 478 days nearly.
That's a lot of days.
That is.
That's longer than CM Punk's reign.
Yeah.
By far.
By far.
Almost 100 days now.
Yeah, but not longer than Demolitions.
Not longer than Demolitions.
But the New Day, I've been saying for weeks on end, are getting stale. If you're going to do that, like CM Punk, I was on it last week, you need to continuously change your character from heel to face. The New Day were heel, and then for like the last year they've just been face.
The team that I would pick to actually take the title off of them, I thought would be Cesaro and Sheamus, as I said.
Yeah.
But actually the team that I'd pick to take the title from them now would be Enzo and Big Cass.
Yeah.
I think it's the only team that can keep the New Day heel whilst getting a huge ovation from the crowd. Now, do we need a heel tag team champion? That's the question. Do the New Day keep it and become major heels? Because that's how they're winning. By now they're winning by holding the tights or having their foot on the ropes or having an illegal tag or using a chair or anything they can do for the win. And we want to see something. If they're going to become heel, let them become heel.
Yeah. I went on it last week. I'm thinking outside the box. I wouldn't mind Reigns and Rollins doing it, or put together another tag team, maybe Sami Zayn and someone. Can you imagine if Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman just went together?
What did you think about Zayn this week, by the way, coming out and square? Now we saw Braun absolutely destroy. Was it R-Truth he destroyed?
Yeah.
Now he does Braun's thing that always impresses me. How quickly he leaves his feet as a big man.
Yeah.
So fast on his feet. I would say as fast as Brock Lesnar on his feet.
Yes. Sami Zayn. I wanted to come on to this because there was an article. I don't know if it was on What Culture or Pro Wrestling. That Sami Zayn dismantled Kevin Owens at Battleground. Yet he wasn't on the SummerSlam card
At all.
And he hasn't been in the main event picture, but Kevin Owens is Universal Champion. Why hasn't Sami Zayn got that chance? If they are giving indies wrestlers a chance, what they are with Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns and James Ellsworth, then why is Sami Zayn failing? Because he beat Kevin Owens in arguably one of the matches of the year. He should have gone on to contest for the Universal title.
The thing is, do you consider Zayn as is he a viable world champion? Okay, let's put Zayn there for a minute.
Yep.
Instead of Owens, or instead of Finn Balor. So Finn Balor wins the title, the first Universal Champion. I only see him as a transitional champion. I don't see him as more than that. Now, the change that I could see happening between Raw and SmackDown that I would like to see, once the draft pick comes along, is Sami Zayn swapping over for Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, I could see that. And I think I see Sami Zayn as a main event champion. I do.
See, I don't. I see him as an Intercontinental Champion or a US title in an upper mid card. I don't see him as a top mid card.
Then give him the title. Let's see how he runs with it.
Has he held a title yet? Has he held the US?
Let Roman Reigns get a freak loss to Sami Zayn next week or the week after.
And let him hold it for a bit.
Yeah. You don't need Reigns having 2 titles.
And where'd you go with Braun? Because at the moment, Braun is destroying everything in his path. We've discussed this for a long time. When you thought Sami Zayn was going to come up against him, we thought that's going to give him some competition. It's clearly no competition.
No. Or send Sami Zayn down to the cruiserweights and let Braun absolutely dismantle Roman
for the US title.
Yeah.
Or let Braun go, I mean, in the same way that we see Baron Corbin, and we'll go on to him in SmackDown, dismantling the cruiserweights SmackDown. Yeah. Let Braun go and dismantle the cruiserweight division in Raw. Yeah. And say, I'm not having any more, make it interesting. Yeah. Make it a bit more interesting. The match I really want to go on to and discuss the match itself was Charlotte versus Sasha. Now, we've said for a number of weeks they're the 2 best professional wrestlers in women's wrestling.
They are. There are certain feuds that will last a lifetime, i.e. the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn feud, John Cena, Randy Orton feud,
Daniel Bryan,
they will last for a lifetime. This feud will last for a lifetime. This isn't the end of the feud.
No,
but WWE now seriously need to stop giving
the titles over.
Charlotte the title at pay-per-views and giving Sasha the title on Raws.
See, I don't think it's weakened the title to swap it over this many
No, I
times.
think it's propelled it, and I think it's that.
But it's about time.
Yeah, that is the main title with the Women's Championship. That title has elevated since the brand split.
But it's about time they let Sasha hold it for a bit, because Charlotte can still be the queen of women's wrestling with that title. And it gives Sasha a chance to build up feuds with Bayley, Nia Jax, and others. The match itself was amazing. I mean, Charlotte's backflip from the stage onto the... I mean, the floor was not... It wasn't a padded floor.
No, it wasn't. What I like about the women's wrestling now is that they're getting the opportunity to go high risk like the men do. And that is what is making the women's matches more exciting than the men's now, because I think the men's are so predictable.
Well, I want to talk about, the technical ability of both wrestlers, but particularly Charlotte, and you can see where she's getting it from her father. Yeah. Some of the move sequences that they put together in the ring are just outstanding between the both of them.
Yeah, I follow them both, and Becky Lynch and Bayley on Instagram, and they quite often post videos of their training. I know Becky does a lot of CrossFit, so that's why she's agile, and so does Charlotte. They work phenomenally well in the gym, and they are demonstrating it in the ring. The fact that Charlotte let Sasha do a spot underneath a barrier for a bank statement.
I mean, we've never seen a finish like that.
No.
In men's or women's wrestling. You've never seen a Walls of Jericho.
No.
You might have seen something on a ladder. You've seen some certain things on a ladder.
The only thing close to that was when John Cena and Randy Orton was in an I Quit match, and John Cena got the bottom rope and did the STFU.
Right.
On the barrier, it's next level shit.
Yeah, and it not only, it's not just on a barrier, but remember, it's a barrier which is on a slant as well. I thought it was very impressive. I thought the fact that Ric Flair came out to finish Raw. And raised the hand of Sasha. You saw in Ric Flair's eyes, he was sad to raise the hand of someone else who's not his daughter. But with Charlotte and Sasha, you have women's wrestlers who are going to be there for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, they're going to keep on hitting new heights.
I'm only sad that we don't get to see Paige alongside them, because I think Paige put on some amazing matches. Now, as to whether we're going to see Paige back in the WWE ring ever is beyond me. Now, watching Total Divas, you can see how good a character she is.
Yeah. I think she just got all twisted up in this Del Rio thing. Del Rio is obviously a partner. They're engaged to be married, but and I don't think WWE trust her because Del Rio got her involved in a load of stuff. I'd like to see her back because her feud with AJ, I think she could have even better feud with any of the wrestlers on Raw.
A feud with Sasha and Paige would be outstanding.
Yeah.
We better move on to SmackDown because, as you saw, someone was cleaning the windows there.
Yeah.
We don't want someone cleaning.
I would like
floors,
to say that Roman Reigns is the #1 contender for the Universal title.
I was going to try and ignore it.
Oh, okay.
I was going to try and ignore
Let's go on to SmackDown, guys.
But just so we don't, my thoughts on this are this. Let him lose the US title to a Sami Zayn, to a Braun Strowman. Let him fight for the Universal title. Let him have a decent feud, but let him lose it. He won't. He'll win it. He'll be a double champion. I'm sure of it. I know WWE.
Because I was thinking about it. If you look along the timeline, WWE have done this with all members of the Shield. First, Dean Ambrose won the US Championship. Then Seth Rollins won the WWE Championship. Then Roman Reigns won the WWE Championship. Then Seth Rollins won the US Championship. Then Dean Ambrose won the WWE Championship. Then Roman Reigns won the US Championship. So they're all champions of both categories.
I've no doubt.
Do you think WWE wants to put the belt like they did on Rollins, but keep it on him for longer?
I think they'll put it on Reigns, and I think that will be shoved down our throats. And the only sort of advantage that I can see about Reigns getting the title this time, from last time, is that I think they would be prepared to turn him heel.
Yeah, and an interesting thing was he was getting cheered a lot more on Monday night.
Yeah, I think he got a huge ovation.
Let's go Roman. Roman sucks.
I would be the one cheering Roman sucks.
I'd be the one cheering Let's go Roman.
That's why when you're wrestling at WrestleMania, I'll be cheering Kean sucks. From the front row, you're going to be sitting there looking at me, and I'm going to be pointing at you. Kean sucks.
And when I'm in them titles, I'll be saying, this is my title.
Yeah, but it's going to be a while. So I've had to hang them up today because there's so many. Right, SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown was fantastic. First of all, we had the women's contract signing.
And Alexa spoke so well.
Yes, so did Becky. I think their feud is brilliant.
You know my favourite, my least favourite of the 4 horsewomen is Becky, but I thought she was great this week.
Yeah.
I think she has to hold that title on SmackDown because it gives it so much credibility. However, Alexa, for me, is the most improved woman on the roster.
Yes.
In the past 3 or 4 months.
Yes, I would say that Carmella is a close second.
Yeah, I'd agree. But wasn't it interesting to see Becky take the first shot at Alexa this week? You know.
Yes. Yeah, it was. Obviously, Alexa pushed Becky through the table, and now we're going to have a tables match.
And how am I mean, that was, you would never see female wrestlers taking those. I mean, Lita and Trish Stratus were a different breed. But in the past, say, 7 or 8 years, there wasn't that sort of thing.
No, there wasn't. There hasn't been, but now it's coming back because of the women's revolution that Stephanie created, and
You've got to commend her for it.
Yeah.
Where's Eva Marie? Where is she?
Quite frankly, I don't give a damn.
There's 2 people that they made a big thing about in SmackDown. Eva Marie and Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. Kurt Hawkins is nowhere to be seen, so is Eva Marie. So whether they've pulled the plug on him, I don't know.
See, I can understand them doing it on Kurt Hawkins. I know that he's a very, very good worker, and I imagine he would do a very good job, but they don't really need him. However, Eva Marie would have been a huge part of the division and would have got hugely booed.
Yeah.
Resoundingly.
I'd like to see Eva Marie come back. I honestly would, because I think she'll only strengthen the women's division.
And she was, I mean, by all intents and purposes, in terms of her training, she was improving a lot. Not as quickly as Alexa or Carmella, but she was improving a lot.
Oh yeah. Anyone who's seen Total Divas have seen that the other people, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and Natalia, etc., etc.
They don't love her, do they?
Don't love her. Have given her a bit of stick because she thinks she's the queen bee. Yeah. So go out and prove it.
Yeah, if you want to be the sort of the red part of the blue SmackDown roster,
Yeah.
go and be the red part of the blue SmackDown. Everything red.
Or all blue everything.
All blue everything. That's a better idea. Yeah. There you go. You should be a booker.
I should be.
So, other parts of SmackDown that I really liked, I thought the Alpha Wyatt's match was fantastic.
It was. We saw Luke Harper come out and pledge his allegiance to the Wyatt family.
Well, he's
And helped.
He's prepared to take the fall at the moment. I think Luke Harper needs a bit more. Jason Jordan is one hell of an athlete.
He is.
I mean, he threw at one point he threw Bray Wyatt with a belly to belly.
Yeah.
He went about 6 foot in the air.
Yeah. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are excellent technicians of the game. Chad Gable was part of the 2012 US Olympic team, so he's got a actual wrestling background. But Jason Jordan hasn't. He's got a basketball background, and that's why he can leap so high in the air. They're two phenomenal athletes, and together they will be the face of the tag team division in years to come.
Were you disappointed that they didn't get the win, or do you think they didn't really need it at the moment?
I don't think they need it at the moment. Let them feud with the Wyatts.
Feud with the Wyatts, or give them a feud with the Usos, and let the Usos, let them be the number one. Let them feud over number one contendership against the Wyatts. Let Rhino and Slater, I think, need to stay in a tag team for a while, because I can't see without each other where either one of them goes for the time being.
I could see Rhino as potential champion.
World champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see that. Heath, on the other hand, he'll get crushed like a bug. But I can see him as an IC title winner. Maybe they stay together and they ripe up shop.
Yeah, I don't see them feuding against each other. A lot of people said they were going to explode and feud against each other. I see that with Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah.
And I also see it if at some point the New Day split up, that happening with the New Day. But I don't see it with Rhino and Slater. They're too over.
Yeah.
And they're too likeable as characters. But I do think Slater can make anything popular.
Yeah.
But going back to the match, RKO's all round.
Yeah, RKO's all round.
Sister Abigail's. The two most devastating moves.
Yeah.
In wrestling.
And they are going to have the tag team titles by Sunday.
Yeah. I think that's a fair enough prediction, actually. I think that's a fair enough prediction.
I'd like Luke Harper to go after the IC title, and I'd like Bray to go after the world title. But the way WWE are going, I can't see Bray going after the WWE world title.
No, I think we're going to see them hold the tag team titles for a bit, with Luke Harper being the man who helps them.
And you're talking about brand split, I'd like them to draft Bo Dallas. I'd like Bo Dallas to be part of the Wyatt family.
He's getting lost a bit on Raw, and he looks really good when
bring back Eric Rowan, and you've got proper stable.
But when you've got that stable, I mean, Braun could go over at some point, but Braun's onto himself very happy.
Yeah.
But I think if you had those five together, you've got
because individually, Eric Rowan is lost, and Bo Dallas is lost, and we all know that Bo Dallas is Bray's brother in real life. So bring him over, let him join his brother, and you've got one hell of a stable.
And there's no reason why those stable, you can't then have a Randy Bray tag team titles, the other two as a tag team just destroying the rest of the division, and Luke Harper being there as the enforcer.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge that would be. So your prediction, let's go through a little bit by little bit. So tag team
quickly,
title.
can we go on to, it's back. The Ambrose Asylum is back. Months in jeopardy, it's finally back. We saw the nice little carpet. We didn't see the pot plant this time, unfortunately.
This is the side of Ambrose I don't like. I said it to you once, I said it 1,000 times. I like it when Ambrose is a bit goofy, but I want to see him as the goofy but serious Ambrose, which I think we'll see on Sunday. I think that AJ and Ambrose are going to do something special on Sunday.
Yeah, I do. But how well did James Ellsworth do?
Fantastic.
In that segment.
Fantastic. He held his own against AJ and Dean on the mic.
Yeah.
As well as he's holding his own against AJ in the ring.
Yeah, well done to James Ellsworth for taking that chair shot off the ring, and then
that was
Styles clash off the steel steps.
See, that's how you can tell he's an indie star.
Yeah.
Because one,
He
he's
can
prepared
sell
to take it, and two, he can sell it. And AJ, the nice thing about it was AJ was confident enough
Yeah.
to deliver that.
Yeah,
Um,
that was the great thing about it. It's going to be a fantastic feud. James Ellsworth did hint, what if you are champion?
To Dean.
Yeah.
And we were saying that last week.
Yeah.
We were saying that last week. I think Ellsworth might fight Dean, but I'm going to do my predictions in a minute for the tag team and so on.
Okay.
The last thing I want to say about SmackDown is I want to make a prediction, and this is from Smacktalking Amigo #1. I think that Bryan is going to face The Miz at WrestleMania.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Bryan will fight again in the WWE. Even though I've seen Total Bellas and Total Divas, I'd like to think that it's over-exaggerated. I think that if he's cleared by other promotions, surely he should be cleared by WWE to wrestle.
Listen, I understand why they don't. If you look at someone like Droz, who got seriously injured, was paralysed.
Look at Edge.
Yeah,
if he
Edge.
Fights one more time, he
could die.
fly. Yeah.
I don't think Bryan's that bad.
No.
And if Shawn Michaels can come back,
Yeah.
then Daniel Bryan can come back.
Yes.
And he's not been forgotten.
No, he hasn't.
You know, that was his biggest fear, I think, was to be forgotten. And he hasn't been.
No, he hasn't been
Still
forgotten.
the biggest over star in SmackDown.
Yeah, and he's not even wrestling. And the chant, everyone knows the chant. It's just a simple yes, 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 yes. And to see that in a sold-out Orlando Citrus Bowl come 2nd of April next year will be amazing.
Unbelievable. And I can't wait to be able to hopefully see that.
Yeah. I think, I said last week, I think next year's WrestleMania will blow any WrestleMania previously out of the water.
Because I think we've got the best roster we've had in years.
And I think they are purposely cutting feuds short and leaving them
open for WrestleMania. So, quick predictions.
Yep.
We're only going to do 3 matches. Because I can't think what the 4th and 5th ones are.
Oh, I'll go for them.
All right, go on.
You've got the Women's Championship
Yes.
match, Alexa versus Becky.
For me, the winner will be Becky. Let's keep it on the face that runs the place in the women's division. Becky, for me, sir.
I'm going to go with Becky, the Irish lass kicker. She's straight fire. I'm going straight fire. I'm going with Becky Lynch to win through a Bexplex through the table.
Okay.
We've got the WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose.
Daniel Bryan, you got excited there for a minute,
versus
didn't you?
Dean Ambrose in a TLC match.
I think that is going to be a win for AJ Styles. I think he will retain.
I want to say Dean, because I think Dean has been lost since he lost the title.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to go with AJ Styles because I think AJ Styles will go into a feud with John Cena for the Royal Rumble. I think that will also take John Cena out of the Royal Rumble match, because I think they are branding the Royal Rumble match around 2
Lesnar
superstars.
versus Goldberg.
So I think they want to have as many main event stars in the
Other matches.
title matches as possible.
And I think we'll see a return of a few stars in the Royal Rumble, and it doesn't matter because they're just going to be returning, and that will be the big part of it. I think AJ as well. So we've gone for the same.
Yeah, we've gone for the same. We've got the tag team titles match. I know you are with the Wyatt family, and with the Wyatt family on this.
No, I would like the Wyatts to win. I think the feud can go on for a bit longer. So I'm actually going to go Slater Rhino.
Okay,
I'm going to go Slater Rhino. I think that the feud can go on for a bit longer. I think the Wyatts will win it eventually. But I think that Slater and Rhino might win it this time.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Wyatt family, and I'd like to see a Randy RKO on Heath and a Sister Abigail on Rhino to win it.
I'd like to see a Randy RKO from a gore attempt.
Yeah.
Straight into an RKO.
Yeah. Just push him up.
Yeah.
RKO, hashtag RKO out of nowhere. So
Out of nowhere.
we've got the
Who's the Miz facing? Do we know?
Dolph Ziggler. It's branded the last match of the feud. I don't think it will be.
No, I don't think it will be. And I think that, to be honest with you, the best
The Miz
heel
retains.
in the company is going to retain.
Yeah, The Miz will
The
retain.
Miz. So we're pretty much similar.
Yeah,
Except for one match.
and we've got Nikki Bella versus Carmella in a no disqualification match.
Who won the last match? Nikki?
Yes.
I'm going to give it to Carmella this time.
Again, I hate to do this because we are agreeing so much, but yeah, I give it to Carmella. I think the feud can go on, or I'd like Carmella to just to go out and attack Becky. She beats Nikki. She wants to be the face that runs the place. She keeps taunting. You can't see me. Cedar, I would like her to attack Becky Lynch at the end, so I'm going with Carmella.
Do you see Return of the Undertaker this week? This TLC?
I could, if they want to go with the original plans for an AJ Undertaker feud at Royal Rumble.
I would like to see the Fiend, the return of the Phenom, but I would also
And he chokeslams AJ Styles and sets up that feud for the Royal Rumble. I'd like to see that. I don't think it will happen because John Cena is scheduled to return to go into live shows against Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. So that is going forward. That will be the main event of the Royal Rumble.
I keep my fingers crossed the Undertaker returns,
Yeah,
but
so do I.
we keep our fingers crossed that we'll be here for next week.
Yep.
Please, hashtag Smacktalking Amigos, at Smacktalking Amigos. What's your Instagram?
And my Instagram is at Davidson_Kian.
DAVIDSON_ CIAN. And we've been the Smacktalking Amigos.
And we will see you next week.
Peace.